Good morning and thanks for joining us at Messy Church. Today we're thinking about the story of Jairus and his daughter. And what an amazing story it is when Jesus actually raised a little girl back from the dead. So today we're going to make Jairus' house. Here it is. This is where the event happened. I want you to think while I'm doing this video and while you're making things about the emotions of the parents. How sad they would be. Their little girl was very ill and then she died. It's really, really sad. And then they were so hopeful when Jesus came into their house and said, "She's not dead, she's only asleep." And then what joy when he touched the little girl and she came back to life. How wonderful. And then, puzzlement, Jesus said they weren't to tell anybody about it. That must have been very hard. I'm sure if that happened, you would want to tell everybody about it. So have you had a look at today's house? I've put quite a lot of effort into this. I've spent a whole afternoon decorating it. Now you can make it as simple or as complicated as you like. If you're making a house, all you need is a cereal packet really. You probably have some of those in the house. So here is a cereal packet. And you could just decorate this to look like a house. Look, it stands up. Yeah? So you could just put a door in, cut some windows in. You could maybe paint it or decorate it some other way, and there is your house. So simple as that. But if you want to make something a bit more complicated, you will need some other things as well. You will need cereal packet. Here's a different one. I've cut this to shape. You'll need corrugated card, which a lot of the packets are coming in. So, and it's easy to make the shape because you can use the folds to make it into a curve. So that's all ready. Then obviously if you want to paint it, you'll need some paintbrush, you'll need glue, sellotape, scissors, always scissors, and then a few bits and pieces. You might want to use tissue paper or other paper. If you've got any felt, that's good, but just have a look what you've got for decorations. So let's start. So today, first of all, we need our cereal packet. Well, you can see I've cut a door already there. What I did, I cut it at the corners here, and then I've left these bits, the sides, as they were, and then I've just sellotaped them into place there. This one, yes. I'll just show you, that's how it would be, and I've sellotaped it there. So I'll just give you, see how easy that is. And that gives you quite a lot of structure to put on your roof. So your roof, you need to measure this to make sure it's the right shape. And then again, just with sellotape, you stick on the roof. I quite liked it with an overhanging bit at the front. So cut out the door. You could cut out your windows before you put on the roof if you wanted, but I'll show you what I've done for windows. Well, the next job is paint it. So paint it, or you could cover it with coloured paper. You could colour the paper and glue that on. But I painted, as you can see here, and then I added some windows. To add windows, I cut 2 pieces of card, like this, same size, and I cut a square out in one of them, just to leave a border, so that's going to be my window frame. I took some shiny paper from my sweeties, made it a bit smooth, and then I glued it on to one of the pieces of card. So glue that on, and then you can add your curtains. So you only need a tiny bit of the sweetie wrapper here, and you just squeeze it up at the top to make a curtain, and then you can glue it on. Just a little bit of glue. There we go. And there's your curtain. So you need to let that dry. When it's dry, when you've put both curtains on and it's dry, you can glue this in place over the top. And you might need to just trim it down the side there, look. So that would be the windows, if you want to do them that way. Then, if you want to, you can make a garden. So you could use another cereal packet or some card to make your garden. Like that. And you could decorate your garden exactly as you wanted. So, with this one here, I have used parts of egg boxes to make my plant containers, and then I've made some roses which I've put on cocktail sticks. Now these roses were made with felt, but you could use tissue paper or just ordinary paper or shiny paper, any sort of paper. What you do, you cut yourself a little bit of felt, whatever it is, and then with a bit of glue along one side and along there, you add the glue and you roll it up like that. So then when you've done that, you have a rose shape. So that's made quite a nice rose. So you squeeze it a little bit at the bottom, spread it out a bit, add it to half a cocktail stick with some glue, and then just put it in your plant pot using a bit of plasticine or something like that. Now can you see what I've also done? I've done the same thing with roses here, with the tissue roses. The same thing, only very tiny, tiny little pieces there. So you could do that if you wanted, or you could paint flowers on. Here are some of the ones I've made with the tiny bits of rolled up tissue paper. So they do look quite pretty, don't they? And then you can just decorate however you want. Decorate your garden, put some flower beds in, whatever you like. And I think it makes rather a nice house. So enjoy your crafting this week. Have a good week.